With just a week left before the U.S. reciprocal tariff exemption period expires, the Trump administration is turning up the heat, warning that even countries who've negotiated in good faith won't be spared from the looming tariffs.
미국의 상호 관세 유예 기간 만료가 일주일 앞으로 다가왔습니다. 트럼프 행정부는 성실히 협상해온 국가들에도 예외 없이 관세를 부과하겠다는 압박을 이어가고 있습니다. Okay, it is time. It's July.
Yes.
Remember, a few months ago, we were like, okay, we're postponing, delaying it for 3 months, and July has come upon us.
Yes, that is right.
Yes, so what is going on?
So these tariffs were first announced April 2nd, 4월 2일에 발표됐는데요. I cannot remember April at this point.
It just went by.
It just went by.
Yeah.
Those 3 months really went by. But this 유예 기간, this kind of exemption period, is set to expire on July 8th, 7월 8일 만료 예정인데요. And Trump says he doesn't care if you have been participating in these negotiations. It's got to be done then.
Wow.
And if it is not done by then, he is going to put up those high tariffs that they talked about in April.
And from what I heard, he actually specifically emphasized and gave strong warnings to Japan and South Korea. So I saw South Korea in there and my ears just went bing.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so specifically with Japan and Korea, you've got vehicles and you've got agricultural products.
Yes.
자동차 그리고 농산물 관련된 관세. And he really wants a good deal for the United States. Of course, with Korea, it's the automobiles.
Yes.
Or one of the things, the parts that are made.
Parts.
Yeah.
Ah.
Remember, it was, of course, the automobiles, but also the individual parts.
Oof.
They're wanting to put higher tariffs on. And also things like rice and beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, so being able to import American rice and beef into both Japan and Korea.
Right.
Japan actually right now has a problem in their rice market.
Didn't we talk about that there was a serious lack of rice?
Yeah. So Trump is really trying to use that to get into the Japanese market because they're hurting for rice right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. We still have a little time, and I'm sure we'll be reporting on that. So it expired. 만료되다, right? So this extension
Yeah.
expired. It's no longer.
Yes. This expire, it means something comes to an end. So a contract can expire.
Yeah.
But also food.
Food can expire.
음식을 상할 때, we said expired.
It expires.
When it goes past the date, we are allowed to sell it or when you're supposed to eat it. It just means it's come to an end.
Right. That's why we have what's called an expiration date.
Yeah.
It comes from the word expire. And speaking of expire, my membership to a very big warehouse store expires this month.
아, 그 대형마트? 이번
So I
달까지요?
gotta pay. I gotta
In
pay.
July?
In July.
Oh, do you buy a yearly
Yes, a yearly
subscription?
membership.
A
Yeah,
yearly membership?
That's right. Now, speaking of heat,
Yes.
okay, turn up the heat. Okay, it says here the Trump administration is turning up the heat on other countries.
Yes.
So we think of heat, 더워, right? But in this context, what does it mean?
This means that you are adding more pressure. You're making something more difficult for someone. Think of the frog in the boiling pot of water.
Oof.
그 냄비에 들어가 있는 개구리 그 스토리 있잖아요.
Yeah, slowly cooking.
조금씩 기온을 그 온도를 올리는 거잖아요. Here, it's not slowly turning up the heat. It is turning it up very high, very quickly.
Yeah, 압박을 가하다. So think of heat as pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, turning up or increasing the pressure. Okay, let me read that again. With just a week left before the U.S. reciprocal tariff exemption period expires, the Trump administration is turning up the heat, warning that even countries who've negotiated in good faith won't be spared from the looming tariffs.